Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a great week. If not a great week, then a good week. My week has been shitty. Let's just call it what it's been, shitty. But it's gotten better because as of 4:30 today, I'm off for the next 2 days. 2 days. And the reason being is because Friday is my mom's birthday. So in the comments, please wish my mom, the greatest mom in the world, a happy early birthday. So please do that in the comments, and please do it in any comments on any video for the rest of the week. She would love it. She loves seeing, she loves getting, wished happy birthday. And so wish her a happy birthday in the comments. But last night I watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And I'm going to tell you, from what I understand, the ratings are pretty good on this season. And I don't know that it has a lot to do with Monica, but I feel like Monica is bringing a lot to this show. Okay, so let's kick it off with Monica and Angie. Monica and Angie met at this really cute cafe in front of that wall of flowers, of pink flowers, was just adorable. That would be the perfect content wall. So Monica and Angie start talking. They start talking right off the bat about the rumors about her husband. Monica had told Angie that, listen, me bringing the rumor to you was my way of being a friend to you. This way you weren't caught off guard if you had heard them. And then Angie had said that Lisa told her that Monica is the one who is saying that men are running around Salt Lake City talking about her husband and how they have good sex. Monica said, I never said that. Never ever said that. And that you really shouldn't put all of your trust in everything that Lisa says. Not everything that Lisa Barlow says is the truth. And they agreed to kind of get past this. And Monica had also spilled the tea on her relationship with her mom to Angie. And Angie had no idea that this had ever happened, that this was what her childhood was like. And Angie kind of spilled a little bit of her background with her mom. And her mom, she said her mom was an alcoholic, and her mom had passed on when she was 8. So they have that kind of shared motherhood. I don't want to say examples, but that shared motherhood experience. Next up was Whitney and Lisa. Lisa had gone over to Whitney's house, and she was helping her prepare for Whitney's daughter's 13th birthday party. Bobby, it was her 13th birthday party. It's going to be. So she had gone over there to help her with it. They were talking about who was going to be invited, and Mary is not invited because she doesn't necessarily want Mary around, because she never knows what she's going to say. And then they flash back to, God, the oddest interaction. I remember whenever Mary came over and told about how one of the daughters of her parishioners was ejected out the sunroof and then fell down into a neighborhood 500 feet. And are they still alive? No. And then she started dancing, saying she's so excited to be here. That whole thing. I'm sorry. I can't stand, I don't want to say I can't stand Mary Cosby. I don't think Mary Cosby's a good person at all. Was that iconic? Yes. Was it hilarious? It certainly was. So she's not inviting Mary for that reason. She did say that she's inviting Monica. And Whitney had said, listen, Monica is in an abusive relationship with her mom. To which point Lisa had said, isn't it something like, I love how it's convenient. I love how when things are conveniently abusive. and that you can be abusive, you can be abused, but you can also be abusive at the same time. She says she's not sincere. She doesn't trust anything that Monica says. She said trauma is not a reason to treat people like assholes, to treat people badly. And it's not an excuse to spread a rumor about our friends. And then she called her manipulative. Listen, first of all, Monica never spread the rumor. She just told Angie what was out there. And how is Monica treating people badly? She's standing up for herself against you. So she's treating people badly. No, I don't buy that either. And being manipulative, listen, over the course of this episode, I think the one that's trying to be manipulative is Lisa Barlow to Angie K. Because throughout this episode, whenever they're together, she just won't let her speak. She's trying to manipulate her to being one of her minions, like Monica says. So I think she's the one being manipulative. And also when Whitney talks about being in an abusive relationship, like when you're in it, you can't even tell when you're being manipulated. I don't know, with Lisa talking on being in an abusive relationship. I don't know if she has ever been in one, but I had a problem with her this episode, her talking about Monica and her relationship with her mother. True, at first, whenever they were at the Greek Easter buffet or the Greek Easter brunch, I was like, she treated her terribly. Then I saw exactly what was behind it. Lisa's making assumptions based off of how she saw Monica treat her mom, without knowing everything that's behind this. So she's making all these assumptions based on just what she saw and not what is out there. I thought, I didn't like this at all. It was not a good look for Lisa Barlow. Heather and Meredith met at the bar. Listen, I'm going to say this. I need for this to be the end of this whole talking about Jack's mission trip. They once again start talking about it, and Heather's like, I don't know if Jack has been raised on the right side of Mormonism. Like, and Meredith was like, I didn't know that there was more than one side. I thought there was just Mormonism. That's it, being a Mormon. Now listen, my opinion on this, honestly, I feel like Heather is just pissed and kind of jealous that when she had her transgressions, she was dealt with harshly. Like, she was really slapped on the hand. But Lisa wasn't. Like, she sees these things. She sees Lisa going to church and not covering up and having a tequila company and partying, and everything's okay. I think she's jealous about that. I think this needs to end. Like later on, whenever Angie calls up, or when Heather calls up Angie, and Angie lets it slip that there was a reveal party. And then I believe for brunch, it was a reveal brunch. And it was Lisa and Jack, Lisa, John, Jack, and then Whitney and Justin and Angie and her husband, Angie and Sean. And Heather was just real upset that she wasn't invited. Why would you think you would be invited? Like, you haven't been supportive of Jack doing the mission. So why? I don't understand. Why do you think she would invite you? Why would you deserve to be invited? I just don't get that. I don't understand that. So there's the birthday party. The birthday party, I'm going to tell you, you can keep the Giudice girls. and all the other Bravo kids, I'm going to tell you, my favorite is Bobby Rose. I'm telling you right now, when she was drinking all of that Dr. Pepper, and Whitney was like, you cannot have all of this Dr. Pepper. She's like, I'm 13 and I can drink as much Dr. Pepper as I want. Yes. Listen, she right now is my favorite Bravo celebrity child. I'm going to tell you that right now. Bobby Rose. And by the way, she looks just like Justin. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think she looks like Whitney or Justin? I think she looks like Justin. Now, Heather, so at the party, it's a luau theme, or as Bobby thinks, it's called luau. It's a luau theme. Heather and Lisa are talking, and Heather tells Monica that Whitney said that Lisa said she thinks Monica's lying about her abusive relationship with her mom. Like, she's embellishing it. And why? Why does Lisa care so much about this? I mean, you hear later on that she's bored by her. Well, then why is she talking about her so much? Oh, and did I say Heather and Lisa were talking? Heather and Monica were talking. I'm like, what? And she told her that, like I said, that Lisa thinks she's embellishing, that she doesn't believe all of this. So here comes Lisa Barlow skating on over. And Heather's just like, what's going on? And Heather brings up exactly what she told Monica. And she's confused. She's like, what? What are you talking about? What? I don't know what you're talking about. And then she says, oh no, it was a snarky comment. Like, she backpedaled a lot. Instead of being all like coming out puffed up with full of all the bravado that you had before, there was none of that. It was just a snarky comment. And then so they were talking a little bit about the mom, and she was basically like, listen, my mom is very charming. Here comes the Ted Bundy again. Like Ted Bundy was. He was very charming to people, but she has two sides to her. And my kids don't really want to be around that. And Lisa was like, but do you let her raise your children? Which, I mean, I guess a valid question, but she's like, but do you let her be around the kids? And she's like, why don't you go ask them? They're over there. She's like, I'm not going to go ask them. She's like, why not ask a 5-year-old? You don't believe me. Why not ask them? But listen, I'm going to tell you the funniest thing about this whole interaction was when they showed Monica's mom turning and talking to a plant, like a potted plant in the restaurant. That was absolutely the best. This was the first of 2 times when Monica had called Lisa old. I think she called her middle age or old. I really like Monica, but I don't like that as someone who's old. I wasn't a fan of that. And then a little bit later on, there was an interaction with Lisa and Heather, and they were talking about, once again, the Mormon, the Jack's mission and being Mormon, and it ended up with them, talking like, we have a lot in common and we could be great friends. Listen, I know that at BravoCon that Heather had said something like, oh, well, we're at a very good place now where we're friends. I don't know that I buy them ever as friends, Lisa Barlow and Heather. I just don't. I don't buy that. I just feel like that's kind of fake. Most of the burns that Lisa Barlow tried to land this episode were, they really didn't land. Like when she was like, you want to be like me? Sure, I might be older, but you want to be like me. That's why you're walking around with fake Chanels. I I didn't get that. I mean, I got it, but I didn't feel like it was the burn she thought it was. Lisa, next episode, in the next scene, Lisa and John were at home. She basically just retold him what happened with Monica at the party. And it really did seem like Lisa was triggered by Angie talking to Monica. Like, why can't Monica just have her own friend? Like, why can't she be friends with who she wants to be friends with? That's it. And also, the whole deal with like John trying to talk to her and him and her just being on the phone, I don't know about that relationship. I'm just saying. Also, this episode, Heather's daughter, listen, Heather is doing a great job as being a mother. She's raising some very wonderful daughters, and her daughter is going to the prom. I thought that dress was absolutely Cinderella beautiful. Loved that dress. I loved everything about it. Loved the color. I loved everything. She looked beautiful. So the big event for this week, it was a pop-up event for Prism. Prism is yet another jewelry line started by Housewife. In this case, it's Whitney, which I didn't understand. Whenever she introduced the people, she was like, this is so-and-so. This is Sally Smith. And she designed it. This is Tabitha Maguno. And that's not the name. And she's the spiritualist. So what does Whitney Rose do? Does she just bring the money? I don't know. I didn't understand that. So the only two that were in attendance were Monica and Lisa. Meredith was not there. Heather was dealing with the prom. So it was basically just Monica and Lisa, and oh well. But at first, before Monica got there, Angie and Lisa were talking. So Angie had said, Monica had told her, well, listen, it's apparent that Lisa just doesn't want to believe that I'm in an abusive relationship with my mother. And then that was it. Angie couldn't say anything else because Lisa just had to interrupt and let me finish. Just let me finish. Let me finish. I hated that. That was taking place this whole scene. She just would not let her speak. Once again, she has to manipulate her. And Lisa says, listen, I'm basing when I said that, I don't believe that she's abusive, I based that off of how she treated her mom at the brunch. So you're basically not going off all the facts. You're just basing what you see. You don't know what happened in her childhood. You don't know what happens on the daily. You don't know any of that. You're just going by what you saw. Cool. No. And then also during this scene, everything was boring. It's so boring. You bore me. It's so boring. Well, if you're bored, then why are you continuing to talk to her? So Monica comes in. Monica's there about 5 minutes. Angie talks to her. Angie says, listen, I feel like I'm being put in the middle. I feel like I'm being put in the middle of this. And Monica's like, listen, Lisa's doing that. She's helping put you in the middle. Plus you're also doing it because you keep bringing this up. She's like, I've been here 5 minutes. I didn't say anything about this. You came to me and now you're talking about it. Which, the point taken. She did just walk in. She came up. She was trying to have a drink. And boom, you're talking about it. Meanwhile, while all that is going on over here, Whitney, who is trying to run this event, who is trying to sell this jewelry, can't do that because here's Lisa trying to talk to her about all this stuff, why Monica is so terrible. Meanwhile, Whitney's like, I've got things to do. Lisa thinks it has to all be about Lisa. It all has to be focused on Lisa. You're not here for a night of Lisa. You're here to help. You're here to help support a friend who's launching this, this jewelry line that will probably not make that much money. I'm just saying, don't come for me. I'm just saying. There were a lot of digs. I mean, one dig that I just was not fond of was when Lisa had said, no one wants to be her mother. That was kind of disgusting. Lisa saying that she's bored and she's unbothered. I don't buy that either, because every time Monica says something, even if she's just like complimenting Whitney's legs, like she has beautiful legs. Fake, don't be so fake. Don't be so fake. She really is. Monica is right when she says that she's getting into her head. She can't stand it. There was the one scene whenever I think Whitney had said something about chakras, and Monica had said, oh yeah, we need something like that. And Angie laughed. And then right away, Lisa Barlow got real defensive and was like, don't touch me. To Angie, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Do you see what I mean? Like, she can't, if she realizes, Lisa realizes that she's not able to get her mitts into her and control her, so she gets upset because she's not able to manipulate her and to control her. And all all Angie's trying to do is Angie is trying to be like, listen, can we just calm down? We're at this event to support our friend. Let's just calm down and just be quiet. So they have the sound bath, which works wonders. Lisa says, well, I'm basing how I feel off of the fact that you don't treat your mother right. And Monica was like, listen, you don't know the whole story. You just know what you see. You don't know the whole story. And then Monica says, listen, you're just upset because I'm basically calling you out. I'm coming for your minions. You're not treating Angie right. You're putting her in the middle. You're not letting her talk. You're not letting her say anything. And during that whole thing, listen, Lisa was the one who started this. Whitney calling her out by name at the sound bath. Didn't it take you back to when you were in when you were in school and you weren't paying attention and then the teacher would just call you out? Yeah, that's exactly. Listen, I know that Lisa had said some things that I didn't like, but Monica, again, with this age, it's enough. However, I will say, Lisa was like, or Andrew was like, hey, I'm older than she is. And Lisa was like, everybody's old. Everybody's older. And then Monica, iconic clapback. Monica says, yeah, but you wear it. You wear it. That was the best. That was the best. How Lisa Barlow comes back and says, you over there looking like Pillsbury Dough girl. Don't size shame anybody. Don't be. First of all, if I could look like Monica, hell yes, I would want to look like Monica's beautiful, okay? Pillsbury Dough girl, don't. Her clapbacks were terrible. And then Lisa eventually just gets up in Monica's face and is like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. And then she says to Angie, you started this. You're the one who started all of this. And just once again, Angie tries to talk. Lisa gets in her face and, shuts her up. And Monica was like, no, don't you let her do that. You were trying to say, you were telling her how you felt and she don't want to hear that. So no, I think that's bullshit that she's doing that. Honestly, Whitney trying to get them out of there by saying that they're like right in front of the cash register. That was a good way of trying to end that. So it ended with nothing. So let me know what you thought of this week's. I thought this week's was pretty good. This episode was pretty good. Next week, Mary telling Heather she looks inbred. Ugh, girl. Come on. Anyways, so that was, I don't know why I keep going like this. So that was my recap and rant of this week's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Ugh, Lisa, come on, do better, be better. So tell me what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Ring that bell ring that little bell someplace around here to get notified of all my content when it pops up. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow for a recap and rant of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm off tomorrow. Oh! So I will see you guys tomorrow. If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there. Take care of one another. Please, no matter where you're at. Number one, be aware of your surroundings. Number two, stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.